This is the Sic Em Podcast. The Sic Em Podcast is a production of Baylor Athletics. Now, here are your hosts, Brooke Bednarz and the voice of the Bears, John Morris.
Hi, everybody, and welcome into our Sic Em Podcast, a production of Baylor Athletics. We're glad you're with us. We are into March Madness. It's a great time of year. John Morris, Brooke Bednarz, and we're joined by Baylor Senior Associate AD for External Affairs, Jovan Overshown. And Brooke and Jovan, welcome to you. This is a fun time of year, isn't it?
It is, and thank you for having me to talk about such a fun time.
John, it definitely is exciting. I mean, we were just talking about it a little while ago, but there's Big 12 championships left and right. We're celebrating all the great things, green and gold confetti, and now we're encouraging people to join in on the fun with us.
Yeah, which is great. And one of the main things we want to talk about today is the hashtag with Baylor campaign. And Jovan, you are the perfect person to talk about this. Do you know how long we've been trying to get you, Jovan, on the Sic Em Podcast? And it finally happened. Tell us about the hashtag with Baylor campaign.
Yeah, I mean, this is fun. I'm definitely excited to say yes to coming on and talking about this hashtag with Baylor. You know, every year we create a departmental campaign around football season tickets. Last year it was Baylor We Are. A nod to this Heisman speech for RG3. And this year we wanted to create something that really does encapsulate the success that you were just referencing and all the momentum we have with just the excitement around football. And again, now we're leading into a great success with basketball. But yeah, this is kind of like a collective rallying cry or a community call to action to really celebrate all that is Baylor, and also to thank and acknowledge those that have stood with us and have kind of been by our side, celebrating all of the success and also standing with us in the moments that were a little bit uncertain.
I think it's crazy to think about, when we're celebrating all these championships, when we're at sold out stadiums for the Sugar Bowl and the Big 12 championship for football, to think back that not too long ago, we had empty stadiums and we weren't allowed to all be together and celebrate. And to now be able to kind of push that forward, continue that momentum of all being together, being with Baylor, as you said in this campaign, kind of how did you guys choose with Baylor? Did that kind of lead into that of, we're finally all together again sort of deal?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you both know it. I mean, it was a hard time for us to not have, our foundation, the energy, the excitement of our typical, fan base with us during that COVID period. So there's just this excitement and eagerness to get back with the people that mean so much to us, that carry our teams through. I mean, you hear every coach talk about it in post-game press conferences, how much the fans really do bring to the table as far as a competitive advantage. So we just wanted everybody back with us. We wanted to acknowledge that. And again, it's just, this is such a special time for us. So those that really are the Baylor best, our family, our community, the city of Waco, we just really wanted to acknowledge them in such a personal way. And that's why you'll hear statements like, I'm with Baylor, we're with Baylor, kind of this communal togetherness. It's just really special for us.
I love that. And that's a huge part of our success. We talk about the success of Baylor athletics right now, and our fans are not only along for the ride on this, they are helping us along arm in arm to Baylor's success. The fans are a huge part of that.
Right. Absolutely. I mean, I don't think you'll find one of our coaches out of all of our sport programs that would say the fans aren't an impact, aren't a game changer for us. So we're just so grateful. And again, anything we can do to publicly display that gratitude is what we want to do right now.
Well, I've seen a couple of public displays already on Twitter. There's a deadline at the end of March that we can talk about in a little bit, but already seeing some with Baylor pins and the hashtag being used on social media and just kind of populating that support there. Can you talk a little bit about what it's like to see that campaign truly come to life?
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, and we hope to continue that swell. Apparently buttons are quite the thing that we've learned, but yeah, we've got these fun buttons. I mean, it seems like such a simple piece, but when you start to go to games and you see people with them on, or you see social posts with people, pointing to their button, we've got a great Bear Foundation board that has really done a great job in helping us to kind of launch this campaign out into the social stratosphere. And it's just fun to see that. And our desire is that we just continue to build excitement.
Well, John, I don't know about you, but when I first saw the button, the first thing that came to mind, or that I thought of, was, back in high school or even in college, where the parents are wearing the button of whoever they're proud of to be supporting. And so I thought, well, what an awesome way to include everyone, truly make them feel a part of the team. And that's what they are. When they join Baylor, when they buy season tickets, they're becoming part of the team. They're making an impact. They're not just being a quiet bystander. They're being loud and rowdy and adding to the atmosphere. And so, of course, you get a button of the team and the people that you're supporting. So I think it's awesome.
Yeah, that's a very good analogy. All right, Jovan, so how do we get one? What do you have to do to get one of those hashtag with Baylor buttons?
Yeah, well, renew your season tickets or become a new season ticket holder. And we will make sure that we send a button your way. We'll also have some, giveaways here and there, but the desire really is to, when you are wearing that button, you are acknowledging that you've signed on again to be with us in McLean Stadium for this next football campaign.
How would you say at this point things are going? And Brooke mentioned a deadline, the end of March. We want people to keep that in mind, March 31st.
Yeah, I mean, we've got March 31st, as you said, is the deadline for renewals, for the regular period of renewals. But yeah, to get season tickets, and BaylorBears.com/with-Baylor. And there's an interest form, and we'll make sure that our wonderful sales staff gets back with you. You can call the ticket office, 254-710-1000, and they'll be able to help you through some options there. But we're doing really well. And again, that's just credit to the amazing support of the Baylor family. Our goal, of course, is always 100% renewals. We're already roughly 80% of the way, and still 3 weeks to go in that process. So tracking really well. And again, credit to our incredible fan base. And then, of course, we want as many new season ticket holders as we can in McLean. And, we want to reach and extend arms to areas of Waco that maybe we haven't before. And we want everybody in that venue coming this fall. And so our goal is 1,500 new season ticket holders, and we're already over half of the way there. Of course, we won't be mad if we blow past that goal either. So,
well, John, you've had over 400 Baylor football games under your belt. We were talking about football. I had to include that. But, you don't like it when I turn the page on you, but I'm going to. What has it been like for you as the voice of the Bears, calling all of these football games, to see the Baylor crowd continue year after year to come out and to support? I mean, you've had literally a front row seat to the impact of all of these fans year after year. Yeah,
well, I'm not the guest here, but I will say this. I have had a good seat for a lot of games for a lot of years. And it is just, and the benefit that I have also is I go on the road with the team and I see what it's like in road venues. And I wish all of our fans could go to some of these places and see what it's like there and know that that's what we have to have. And that's what we do have. We're getting there for McLean Stadium, for the Farrell Center, for all of our home venues. I mean, we run into this on the road, and to know that it's on your side, the fans are on your side when we play at home, Jovan, that's just huge. And it really has grown in recent years, which is great to see. And it's such a great atmosphere at McLean Stadium. And coming off this past season that I really think is the best season in Baylor football history. Now, you may argue there may have been better teams, and I'd debate you on that, but I think it is the best season in Baylor football history. And now, Jovan, folks have a chance to renew their season tickets or get new season tickets to see this team moving forward.
Right. I mean, it is incredible. I mean, when you talk about record wins, but it's not even that the success in venue, it is off the field. I mean, this team they've had a record program GPA and a 3.04. I mean, there are just not many teams that you can talk about that do things right on and off academically and athletically. And it's just neat to support a team like this. And this is a special opportunity. You've been through the highs and the lows with our different programs. So to be able to really stand with the team that is having success at this level, it's just fun and it's exciting. And like you said, it makes a huge difference.
Well, and going off of what you said there, Jovan, that all goes back to Coach Aranda's person over player. And we're seeing the fruits of that labor. That fruit of, is being celebrated with contract extensions and things like that. And that goes hand in hand right back to this With Baylor campaign of celebrate with Baylor. We've already seen that. We're currently celebrating as John is, in Kansas City, getting ready for the basketball tournaments there. The championships just keep coming in. There's plenty of more opportunities to continue to celebrate with Baylor. But that's not the end of this campaign. That's going to continue to progress as we move forward.
Right. I mean, the campaign always starts with football. And, that is really kind of the linchpin for us to really start some of this progression, but it always spills into the other sports. And that's what's neat about it is, if we do this right, with Baylor becomes something more and something that extends beyond just football season ticket renewals. And it kind of becomes this, like I said, this call to action for the seasons ahead. So, and that's our desire. We really kick it off with some great momentum and success with renewals and new sales for football, but that we celebrate with Baylor, that we cheer with Baylor, that we do all of this throughout this March Madness campaign. And, it's not hard to do. But I also would say, Mac, knowing our AD, there's some humility in this campaign and reminding us that it doesn't always have to look like this. And there might be a day when success isn't just as it is today, but the importance of carrying those people with us across all of our programs, just as part of the family, regardless of the success.
Jovan, if people are listening to us and they want to act, I mean, we have it's a call to action. What's the best way to move forward if they want to renew season tickets, if they want to get more or become a season ticket holder?
Yes. So get on your web browser, your cell phones, BaylorBears.com/with-Baylor. And that'll take you to a direct link that will either allow you to get in touch with someone from our ticket sales office or fill out a form and we'll get right back to you. Again, if you prefer not to go the web route, just call 254-710-1000. It'll take you right to our ticket sales office. And we have an option for you, whether it's new seats, whether you're someone that's already a Bear Foundation member with season tickets that you want to renew and upgrade, we can help you.
Lots to look forward to. And they're going to be able to have an opportunity to be in McLean sooner rather than later. John, you want to give a little details on that?
Oh, yeah. So you're talking about spring practice?
Yeah. Spring game, that green and gold spring game.
Yeah. April 23rd. Put it on your calendar. That will be the spring green and gold game to wrap up spring practice. And that is always a fun event if the weather cooperates, which one year it didn't, but that is always a fun event and really a big weekend, Jovan. That's going to be a real highlight weekend for Baylor athletics in the spring.
We're just excited about it. I mean, again, it's a point for us all to come together, and we're going to have a lot of activities for kids, families. We're partnering with campus to bring some of that weekend to life. And it really will be just a good taste of the excitement that'll come with the season.
Well, John, I also think it's the perfect excuse to wear your With Baylor button.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Warm it up, get it ready for football season.
That's right.
Kicks off on September 3rd. So lots of good things to be looking forward to when it comes to Baylor football. And we encourage everyone, if you're already part of the Baylor family, to renew. And if you want to join in on all the fun, to call the ticket office or visit the website, like Jovan said, and join us, get some season tickets and come listen to the excitement and cheer on the Bears each and every home game at McLean.
Love it. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of momentum, right? Jovan, you have external affairs in your title, but man, just externally and internally, I mean, for all of us, but just so much positive momentum moving forward.
Yeah, it's a great time to be a Bear, and we're just going to keep going with it.
Well, what a fun conversation, Jovan. Glad to have you on with us. We really appreciate you and all your hard work. And I really, personally, I don't know how you do it. You've got so many plates spinning in the air, but you keep them all spinning at a very high pace, and just fun to be a part of talking about this campaign, the #WithBaylor campaign. Let's go. Let's just keep winning championships here in March. How about that?
That sounds good.
Appreciate you being with us. Brooke, thanks very much.
Thank you. Everybody join with Baylor.
Check it out on the web at BaylorBears.com/withBaylor. Thanks to Jovan Overshown, our guest. For Brooke Bednarz, I'm John Morris. That's this week's Sic Em Podcast.
You've been listening to the Sic Em Podcast. The Sic Em Podcast has been a production of Baylor Athletics.